Good morning. And Tom, wherever you are, thank you for that 1 minute of pause because it was really needed. I'm really happy to be here, and I will take you for a moment into the fields of Turkey or India or France, where every morning at the moment of harvest, flowers are picked by hand, blossom by blossom, at dawn before the glare of the sun, and transported very fast to the houses that will extract the beauty of their scent. It's a hard job. Sometimes you need up to 700,000 petals to do this much of the pressed flower oil. And it's done by a chain of people who are truly committed to beauty so that we, miles away from those fields of flower, can open a bottle of perfume and have a second pleasure. So my passion and my work is in the world of fragrances, and at times this category feels very far away from the quietness and the beauty of those fields of flower. It's a category that is very, very intense, and it's very intense somehow because you don't really have a formula for success. Don't take me wrong, you can avoid disaster. You can learn to manage your risk. You can get better at it, but you don't have a formula for success. And it adds a ton of uncertainty to what we do. It is also a very competitive industry, and you might not know it, but last year there were, on a global basis, 1,100 launches in 1 year, more than 3 per business day. And with such proliferation, obviously, the life cycle of the products tend to shorten dramatically, adding yet more uncertainty to what we do. And of course, it's a category in constant evolution. You know, it was started by the French, guilty of charge. It was done by experts, and then every country had something to propose. And then the experts were challenged by beauty brand, and then the beauty brands were challenged by designers, and then the designer were challenged by celebrity. Everybody wants a fragrance today. So what's next? Where is the new wave of global player coming from? Middle East, Brazil, and what will it be? Will it be low-end or low retail proposition, or are we going to go back to expertise? We don't know. And add to the uncertainty of the category, the constant change we have to live with, and we're happy to live with because it offers a great deal of opportunities. But we all had to learn in recent years to transform completely the way we live, the way we shop, the way we communicate. So when you are living in a world of constant change, and when you are working in a category that has a great deal of uncertainty, what do you do? Do you need to transform yourself every time a new trend or newcomer arises? Here's the point of view that I want to share with you. I think that if you are surrounded with uncertainty, there's only one thing you can and must be sure of, and that's who you are. Who you are, what truly matters to you, what you truly stand for. Because this is giving you a guide through the change. And somehow, it's true of individuals, and it's true of brands. And in the case of brands, it means go and find the core identity of the brand, unlock the DNA. Because a brand with a strong core becomes a starting point and a guiding light. Don't take me wrong. Staying true to the core, to the identity, doesn't mean nothing else changes. You have to evolve the vocabulary of the brand so that you stay relevant with time. You have to change the tools of communication so that you stay connected. And sometimes you have to evolve some aspects of your business model to stay successful. But the core identity needs to stay the same. And so I truly believe in that. And at times, I felt very uneasy. I was struggling with the evolution of the industry that I love so much because everybody was running for new, and it had to come fast and fast and faster. And everybody was talking about instant gratification, 15 minutes of fame, and now it's 6 seconds on the vine. And I was asking myself the question, what is the value of new if new does not last? I'm in a category of 1,100 launches a year. What is the value of new if new doesn't last? And somehow I deal with new. It's part of my business model. But new is not an end in itself. In a category where you have 1,100 launches a year, new is not the point. Good is. And in a category where you have 1,100 launches a year, good is simply not good enough. You have to become the best. I was also struggling with trends, the idea of trends. Because honestly, if the world is constantly moving and changing, well, the minute you express a trend, it's already past, it's obsolete. So somehow, I felt like we had to focus on something else. We had to focus on what makes the brand unique, not if it is on trend, unique. What makes the brand one and only? What is the essence of the brand? And by the same token, and people who know me will know that, but I was not rushing after celebrity and spokesperson or VIPs. Again, I think that the association of a brand with a celebrity, if it's relevant, can work and bring a lot of awareness to your brand. But somehow, I don't believe that the important thing is who is telling your message. The important thing is the message itself. And that message has to thrill. That message has to bring goosebumps to your skin. It has to make your heart skip a beat. It has to touch you deeply, emotionally, personally. And so, touching people. How do you touch people deeply? Take a moment of pause, Tom, and forget somehow about the marketing rules that we all learn in business schools. They're useful, but they're not enough. You need to go into things that truly touches people. And I believe it's summed up in 3 words, in my world anyway. Craft, creativity, and culture. Craft, like in the sense of effort, not instant gratification, like in doing it over and over again so that you become the best at it, like in committing to quality no matter what it costs, because in the world of luxury, fragrance, or fashion, building aspirational value around quality is way more important than fighting for value for money. Culture, not just entertainment or lifestyle, that's cool, that's not enough. Culture that gives you a value system, that gives you a place to belong. Culture that gives you an aesthetic guidance and a reason for being, and that offer a platform for people to connect, a community to belong to. And finally, creativity. Like in shaping the dream our consumers didn't know they had. I say to my team very often, no one in our world needs another white t-shirt, another red lipstick, or another spray of fragrance. But if it is the best cut boyfriend t-shirt, or if it is the most gorgeous rouge, or if it is the sexiest fragrance of all, they will want it. So in our business, we're not in a business of answering needs. We're in a business of creating wants. And to do that, I know no other way than really knowing exactly who you are, saying it out loud and without apology, and creating around that core identity a sheer creativity, supported by a strong culture and committed to craft. So, believing in that, I looked at my past and I realized that somehow every time I was successful in launching a fragrance or launching a new brand, all those components were there. And each time we were not that successful, I was not that successful, it's because one of those components was not there or not at the level it should have been. So it became a commitment. But when you have a commitment, you have also to change a few of the things you do. So it's not just about marketing. It's about touching people one by one. It's not just about consumer insights. It's about really encouraging creativity in your organization with the risk that goes with it. It's not just about marketing strategy or media planning. It's about telling a story, a genuine story, across a chain of things, including your point of sales. And when you tell a story, it's not about generating content. There's way too much stuff coming down the line. It's about really opening up, being sincere about your core story, about your core identity, and opening up to people, let them in, at the risk of being a little bit more vulnerable. Because when you open up and you're sincere, you will connect with people in a much deeper and longer way. And when you're strong about your own identity, somehow people will like you or dislike you. Okay, maybe they will like you a little more, but you become a guiding force. And when you become a guiding force, suddenly trends are not important anymore. Suddenly you may become the trend. And that's the most powerful transformation of all. And any brand would hope that. And so I believe that there is beauty to the true essence of things, and that beauty somehow stimulates the mind, provides a sense of joy, and create, if you will, an elevation of the soul. So here it is. I believe that the deepest transformation that can exist is finding who you are and what your true, unique beauty is about, right at the core. Thank you.